Hello there, this is Tomi from Maya and this is my quarantine special video. Today I would like to introduce you a short sequence of ground movements. First we're gonna learn the right forms of the positions and then we're gonna learn how to transition from these positions into another one and make a seamless flow. I would encourage you actually to add more positions if you feel like moving more. This is a practice actually that you can practice at home. You don't need much space for it. What is important is that you're gonna warm up your body before you start practicing. And I want you to take your time with a warm up because these movements, they look easy, but they can be quite heavy on your body, especially on the wrist, on the core area, the waist and the hip. So in order to warm up and to help you, I'm going to show you a few drills. How can you warm up these areas? And then we're going to move on to the positions, the form, and then to the transitions. I hope you're going to enjoy this video and you find it interesting. So let's start warming up with a fun and easy score, which contains a few rules. First rule is we're gonna use our hand to lead our movement. So always your hand is going to initiate the movement and the rest of your body going to follow it. Other rule is that your palm is facing upwards as much as possible. If you start to move like this, no problem. Just try to go back to default all the time when is the palm facing up. And there's one more thing to add, and that's like we're gonna draw circles, or more accurately we're gonna draw spirals. So it's gonna look like this. We start from one side, we can draw a big spiral, a big circle. It goes all the way around. We lean into it. And then it comes back to you. That was a big spiral. And there is a small spiral. It goes close to the center of your body. It can turn back. Turns back. And it can go out. Lie down. Same with the other hand. Big spiral, small spiral. Backwards. You can go lower. So you start to warm up also the hips and the legs. And we're kind of arriving into our second drill to warm up, which is going to start from all fours or hand knee crawl. It's like a tabletop. So we're gently putting some weight on our wrists and start to draw circles. You're so welcome to actually move around. I'm moving around to show you the exercise from different angles, but it's also just a good practice actually to move around and warm up. Move slow, move with awareness, and move with purpose. The purpose now is to warm up the wrist and the upper body and the hips and the legs. Almost everything basically. We want to warm up. We want to move freely. You can change the direction of your palms, which direction they're looking. So now they turned out. Before they were facing forward. You can go into a cat position, arching your back. And then you can go into a cow position. You can look to the left, to the right, and then go back to cat. Go down all the way to child pose. Sweep on the front and come up. These are just things that you can always add, you know, for your warm up. And you can turn out your hands. Be gentle in this time. As you just work all the way, yeah? And if it's too heavy, then move your hands closer to your knees so you're gonna put less weight on the wrist, yeah? And then there is one more position here, or maybe there is even many more. When we turn the palms facing upwards. Here we can again draw some spirals. And now we're gonna lift up our knee off the ground like 1 inch, few centimeters. Just rocking here. Try to practice some contralateral movement, which is lifting up the opposite limbs. Let's say right hand, left leg, or left arm, right leg. Right? Try to balance here, look forward. You can roll around your hip, back into all four, and go slowly down. Switch legs, go up. Lift up your knee again. Start to draw circles with your knees in order to open up your hip more and warm it up for the further practices. You can push up yourself to high hinge, or bear, or down facing them. Depends on what kind of movement you're familiar with. The important thing here is just, keep moving by using this kind of stable foot hand crawling, foot knee crawling, hand knee crawling, and feet hand crawling, sorry. and this is the inverted version. We're gonna use this today in our flow. So we're just like slowly moving in and out from these positions, doing small turns, warming up also the shoulders, opening down here, go gentle, go slow, right? Can lay on the ground all the way. Push up yourself into prone position. Rocking here a bit left and right. Like a big old boat on a sea. Gently rocking. It's really good for your joints and muscles to warm them up. Maybe arrive into a sort of squatting position, just heels off the ground, so it's easier to keep your back straight and keep your knees in front of your toes. They're not going backwards, yeah? Gently twisting here again. Stand up, straight back. And slowly going down, sink into the movement slowly. Squeaky floors, we used to it in Copenhagen. Usually I put music on when I move. Since this is a sort of tutorial video, I would rather talk a bit and say some instructions that might help you. You know, it's nice to move with music on, because if you make your playlist, maybe you just want to hear the next song and then you keep moving so you don't get bored so quick. The meaning with these videos, or the reason for them, is to trying to show people how movement can be enjoyable without having a strict structure, sorry, a very strict structure to do exercise and doing drills. Just moving around as we are, as our body likes to move. Exploring movements and stretches that we never went into before. And yeah, I just want you to be in motion all the time. So even if you find a nice stretch that feels really good, don't stay there this time. Just notice it, it was really nice there, but keep moving. You can move slow, a bit faster too. Important is that you're moving. I think this is good for warming up. Should be enough. So the first position today that we're gonna practice, it's called the crab from animal flow, or inverted crawl in natural movement. It's a natural movement because in this position is actually when you descend from a steep slope. This is the position that you're gonna use, because this is the most safe way to get down maybe on a slippery or rocky, steep hillside. Because whenever you start to slide, you can just go down and stop your sliding down into the chasm. So you can save yourself. Or this is also like kind of good, like going under trees, roots. I know you don't meet a lot of like crazy trees where you live and stuff, but anyway, evolutionary, it's a natural movement because it affected a lot how is your body look like actually and how it can function. So this is the one. Inverted crawl can be heavy on the wrist, that's why we warmed up the wrist. I want you to keep your wrist all the time warm. Also gonna get heavy on the shoulders, and that's okay, especially in the beginning. The position looks like, so your butt is halfway in between your foot and your hand, right? I'm gonna turn around. Also, we can use a contralateral pattern here for locomotion in order to traverse in space, which is look like, again, we can practice first that we lift up the right arm and the left leg. Try to stay in balance and not so much twisting. Of course, you're gonna twist some, but that's alright. And keep breathing, look forward, chest up, and we are going to add to this position a little bit of a twist, a little bit of a stretch. So we're gonna place our heel, let's say the right heel on the left knee. And we actually just letting your hip or your butt like going closer to the ground, but not completely collapsing with your arms. Your arms are like steady and strong. And then you can feel the stretch right over here. And also in the inner thigh. Switch. Right. And then you can again rock back and forth. So basically finding out the range of motion in this position, because that's how you can find it out what kind of stretch your body needs. It's I never find it too applicable yoga in my life because they always give you the strict form of the position that many times it's not really fitting everyone's body, yeah. So but when you are like curious and you're trying to find out the range of motion in a position, you explore and then you can discover which kind of position is right for your body or for your condition right now, yeah? So this was the stretch in crab. And then we are going to move from here, and we're just gonna let our leg fall the front and then put down the hip. And when you put down the hip, you try to straighten your back, hug your left leg with your left arm and go for the stretch that you probably feel around this area. And from this position, we're gonna go to squat with a twist, right? And we're using the hands a lot. Most of my weight is actually on the legs right now, obviously, and also on the arm a lot. Turn out, and I'm just like heel off the ground, and then placing the heel down and arriving to a deep squat. And for the deep squat, we're gonna go into details with the squat too, but first we're gonna reverse this movement. So I'm gonna place my hand in front of me, actually a bit like sideways, yeah? Turn this one behind here, turn around, this arm goes down, and I go up back to the original position. Right? Let's try with the other leg. Boom, leg up, go for the stretch, turn down. If it's too heavy, you can already put down your hip and just turn down like this. But try both. Depends on your energy level today too, which one you're gonna go for. And here we have the stretch again, and we turn more, and we turn to squat. And as you can see, like I'm bringing this leg closer, so my squat is gonna be in a proper position too. Let's go back again. This one. Oh, it was the other one. I'm so sorry. Now that's how we are. We went back, put it down, turn it on. So you can actually always go to both sides and play around with this. It might take some time actually to figure out the sequence. And that's why we are here, that's why we are playing. To find new ways to move, right? So let's move to the squat actually, if I'm already here. If that's too heavy for you, the deep squat, lift off your hair from the ground and just go for this straight back. Yeah, and if you go to a deep squat, again, shoulder width apart with the ankles. Your back is as straight as possible, and the knee is always trying to fall inside. In order to avoid that, you can help with your arms here, or you just can get a bit like higher up and try to focusing on like keeping the right position, and your knee also should be above your toes or in front of them, but never back. Not like in here, because it's also not a good balance, and your heel is actually, or your feet gonna lose the contact with ground if you are like just me, who doesn't have like super good ankle mobility. So yeah, try to have this position, and you don't need to go down deep. The stretch is gonna be good, even better in here, because it's a more proper position, right? Okay, let's see how was this flow actually. You can start from the correct position, place the leg up, turn down, put the hip down, and turn out into squat. And from here you can just like actually go behind and arrive into the inverted crawl again. There was actually one more position I wanted to teach you in this video already, because these are the essentials of natural movement and the movement that we cultivate at Maya. And this is the beast, the hand-feet crawl. Sorry, it comes always so hard into my lips. So, and this one, it looks like this, really like a beast, like a cat. Straight back, hips they don't go high, they rather stay low. Knees 1 inch off the ground. As you can see, everything is bone stacking, which means like my arms and my thighs, they perpendicular to the ground, right? And we can practice some contralateral movement here too, for the balance and for the strength. What else is important here? I think we're good right now, like this. Look forward, get the position right. Rocking is good in here again. Why I wanted to teach you this? Because you're gonna sit like, it's just like a tiny movement, yeah, a tiny twist or turn, and you're already in the inverted crawl. Or we go back, leg goes under, leg initiates the movement, goes under and rise. And from here again, you can arrive so easy to squat, isn't it? And from squat, we just lean forward and we are in beast. From beast, we turn under, switch under actually, switch under, and we are here. And if we are here, why we shouldn't do this like really nice stretching movement? And go down, place it down, turn up, boom. And then we are in beast again, move around, other feet, move down, it was the same feet actually, and we are here. Let's reverse it, just put it back, the knee and the ankle connection, and turn up. How beautiful. From here, push up to your squat, fall forward to the beast, turn down to inverted crawl, right? Isn't it beautiful? So for the rest of the video I recorded a free flow to show you how can you use it, the movements that we learned today. I hope you find it interesting, and until the next video, move as you are and see you.